can't feed 100 people, then just feed one. This is a famous quote from Mother Teresa and describes the work she completed in her life perfectly. Majority of my audience analysis responding that they knew who Mother Teresa was and they were aware of some of the work she did. Mother Teresa was not always called this, and she lived a normal life up until the age of 18. She was born in 1910 with the name Agnes and lived in Macedonia with her family. When she was 8 years old, she lost her father to an unknown cause. This later inspired her religious work, which she began when she was 12, and she joined a church and sang in her local choir. She attended primary and secondary school, and when she became the age of 18, she chased her dreams and headed out to Ireland to join the Sisters of Loretto in Dublin. This is where she coined the name Teresa. The first thing Mother Teresa did was create the Order of the Missionaries of Charity. Originally, it was a small group of women, and that she knew from St. Mary's, and they all had the same goal of wanting to help those who were in need or struggling or poor or haven't been cared for. The first big thing that they were able to complete was building a school, and Mother Teresa taught here for 17 years of her life. Her work grew all over India, and people soon were inspired by her, and she was able to build this Missionaries of Charity to over 4,000 people. This group was awarded the Decree of Praise from India, and later on she eventually left the convent that she joined, which took over a year, and she wanted to help the people in Calcutta, which she was inspired by while taking a train ride through there. And she got 6 months of basic medical training, and she built family clinics to help families who haven't been cared for. She built mobile clinics that she could take places. She built an orphanage, which is pretty new for India, and helped those who have never been helped before. And later on, in 1979, a few years before she passed away, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for all the work that she did. She also cured someone through religion. She prayed for this woman who had a tumor, and eventually the tumor went away and she received no medical treatment. And she was awarded by Pope Francis, which was pretty recent, and Pope John Paul III for all the work she did. She also received the highest award a woman or a civilian in India could receive, and it was called the Jewel of India. And those are just a few of the big awards she won. She won many small ones. And Mother Teresa was always inspiring others, which is why she should be honored. She worked until her death in 1999 when she passed away from kidney and lung issues. And she's a great role model for females, that very powerful woman, and she's good for people who are struggling with their faith, that you can do things and you can be faithful, and something's up there, because she cured someone through praying. And she was just overall a very powerful woman who we could all look up to, and she could inspire us to help those even in need. Like I mentioned, just one person will make a difference.